Hi everybody and welcome to this -18 playthrough on the final round of the President's Cup in Pro Division here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well. Please hit thumbs up on the video, it helps me out massively here on the channel, and make sure you're subscribed as well, totally free to do so. Leave me a comment, let me know how your round goes. If you have any tweaks or alternatives to what's shown in the video, then please share them, help each other out. Also, you can join me tomorrow evening on the end of season 52 live stream. Pop in, let me know if you got some good results in the tournament. We'll be looking at some shots from the community, some polls and a couple of giveaways as well. Here come the replays and adjustments for all 9 holes. Best of luck, let's get started. Hole number 1, we're going to have to use curl, otherwise there's no way of totally taking the tree out of the equation. It's a little awkward wind angle, this one. You can play this one with a Kingmaker, of course, but I'm using one of these lovely new President's Cup balls. Half a bar of backspin, 3 bars side spin to the left, setting up with the ball guide offset. The tip of the ball guide, look, just touching the edge of that dark green square column to the right of the pin. Max distance with the Grizzly 7 or 8. It will be at the top of +5 if using the Grizzly level 9. We are then going to adjust to max +15 power 3 settings. So max +15 on this one. Don't worry about the ball guide disappearing, because by the time the ball approaches the tree, the wind will have pushed it to the right. And also we're going to use outer wall left curl, so have the edge of the ball touching the outside wall of the adjustment ring to the left. Subject to wind angle tweaks as required. This falls very nicely for a hole in 1. Try and replicate the amount of curl as accurately as you can. Nasty little wind angle here on hole 2, but we've got an eagle for you. Setting up at the top of +3 yards with the extra mile level 8. That will be the top of +5 with extra mile 6 and 7. We're going with a 4.5 top spin, 2 left spin, and you'll see the bottom of the yellow ring is touching the tree shadow there. So there's a couple of references to go for. Max +10 is the adjustment on this one. Maximum distance, 10% elevation. Doesn't take me into overpower. It might do with a lower level extra mile and more of a headwind angle. If it does, just add that on to your shot. It's not going to be very much. Curl to the left as shown, and this one bounces exactly where we're aiming. So we've adjusted nicely and we're rolling down the fairway. Drive distance here of 341 yards. Second shot, we're going to do a white ring pin check, WRPC, on the notepad. So first of all, get the top of the white ring, the top part, have the pin in the centre of it there. +5 is the yardage shown with the Grizzly 7 and 8. That would be +2 with the Grizzly 9. So that's my reference there, the plus yards displayed with the pin in the centre of the top part of the white ring. 1 bar of backspin, ball guide through the hole by 2 green squares with the red ring touching the rough line. +5 was the pin check amount with the white ring, and that is going to be 62% slider, and we're playing 10% elevation. So 62% slider, 10% elevation, ±2% per yard that is different on your pin check. But if you've got a consistent drive, well adjusted, same as the video here, it's not going to be far off what is shown here. Drops beautifully right at the pin for an eagle. Nasty little wind angle here on hole 3. Even with some tailwind, it's still very difficult to reach the green in 2. Extra mile 8 and above, you really need 6 bars of top spin. Untested with extra mile 7 regarding the second shot, but we're going 6 top spin, stretching out and aiming right down the centre of the fairway. Adjust max +10, push back up to max. I have tested with a big topper level 5, however it does not go anywhere near as far as extra mile level 8. Big topper 6 untested, so got a couple of options if you don't have extra mile 8. Alternatively, if you've got a lower level Thor's Hammer or APOC with 6 top spin, you might want to give that a go as well. 441 yards is around where we want to be. Second shot, going to play with the big dog or the Cataclysm. 6 top spin, 2 bars left spin, add spin, stretch out to full extension with a power 5 ball and have the second bounce as shown. It's about 1/3 of the way into the rough. We're then going to adjust max +10 power 5. And once we've done that, leaving the target where it is, I'm not going to push up, but I'm going to go with full overpower. Great left, great right should still be fine here, but obviously try and hit perfect. Slightly slower needle without pushing up, but we want to get the second bounce towards the end of the rough and roll out. From there, we're going to have an end-bringer school, no spin wedge shot, 20% elevation, power 5. More information on that method on the Academy tutorial playlist. Very difficult wind angle here. 4.5 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the right. We were close for the eagle. I'm going to give you some suggestions of tweaks to help you drop it, but it is a difficult approach shot to go with. So for the drive first, Titan ball, 4.5 top, 2 right, blue ring touching the rough on the right, and we're going at the top of +6 yards with the extra mile 8, top of +8 with the extra mile 6 or 7. And we're going to push adjust because the trees are in the way. So max +10, push the rings to adjust, takes me into a little bit of overpower. You'll have a little bit more overpower to deal with a lower level extra mile. But I'm going with half a ball of curl to the right and 1 ring more than I adjust into. So about 1.5 rings of OP. Still nice and simple to hit perfect though, but you're fine with a minor great left or great right as well. Perfect ball away, and then we are driving here to a drive distance of approximately 345 yards. Second shot, I'm not going to go for the rough bump. It's a bit risky with this wind angle because we've turned the corner. We have basically direct headwind now. So I'm going to play a bounce up shot instead. You can see there's a point where the ball guide glitches around with 2 bars of left spin. So I change and go with 1 bar instead. And I'm deliberately offsetting the ball guide to be right of the pin and also going beyond. Try and replicate the spins and the position if you can. Regardless of club distance, I'm going max +0 here. Sniper 10 numbers. Lower level sniper, you may need to set further back and go with less backspin because you might be adjusting into overpower. So have that in mind. This is a shot you can tweak, but max +0 here. But to be honest, with this wind angle, I'm quite happy with a safe birdie. If we aim a little bit further to the right by half a green square, has a better chance for the eagle, but a very tough angle to deal with on hole 4. Nice hole in one here for you on hole 5. We're going to use the Goliath and a power 3 ball. The Kingmaker will do. You don't have to use a President's ball at all. We're going to set up at max distance with the power 3 ball. Then we are going to have the yellow ring touching the bunker with this level of Goliath, maybe slightly different with Goliath level 9. But there you can see my position, adding top spin and left spin, getting the ball guide pointing towards the hole. It is stopping a little bit short though here. I could go with 1 or 2 clicks less top spin. You'll see this comes in fairly pacey, but it still drops. Max +10 is the adjustment. Bear in mind though, different levels of Goliath have slightly different accuracy and also slightly different ball guide stat. So you might want to take a token or 2 if you have a different level than what I do in the video. Max +10 power 3 drops right at the pin. Like I said, 1 click less top spin may just reduce the pace, but a very nice hole in one nonetheless. Just taking a moment here to remind you all, I will be live streaming again after quite a long break this coming Sunday evening here in the UK. Join me. I've got a few questions to ask you all. You can ask me some questions as well. There will be some fun things as well, and maybe a couple of giveaways as well. So pop in, become a subscriber. You'll be able to chat live on stream. Join me there. I look forward to catching as many of you as possible on Sunday for the end of season 52 stream. Time for an albatross here on hole number 6. We are going to go with the Titan and the extra mile 4.5 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. Then setting up at the top of +14 with extra mile 8. Extra mile 6 and 7 will be at max, and half of the red ring inside the rough. We adjust max +10 on this one, maximum distance 10% elevation, pushing the rings because once again the trees are not our friend. They will obscure the view. Once I've done that, I'm pushing up here with the extra mile 8 1 ring. It's equivalent to 5 yards if you have a different club level. Going with 0.8 ball curl to the left. Please note, extra mile 6 may not have the curl, so just be advised you may need to just improvise a little bit with that club level. Extra mile 7 though, you should be fine. And we have a drive distance here, 357 yards. Second shot going to be played with the sniper. If you have a lower level sniper though, you may be slightly out of range here and want to push the drive harder. But we're adding spin as shown and then setting up here with the red ring touching the rough. And then the ball guide, let's have a look where I end up aiming this one. It's stopping short of pin and it's about one green square to the left, showing you my spins once again there. Then we are going to adjust max plus 10. So maximum distance, 10% elevation on this one. Spins may vary slightly depending on your position after you drive, but try and replicate the setup in terms of the ball guide as best you can. There is a very nice route down to the pin here which we want to catch. So we hit perfect here, bounces very nicely before the rough line. And again before the fringe, and this one tracks beautifully. Hits the pin and falls for an albatross. Maybe slightly pacey, could reduce the top spin slightly, something for you to consider. But we're in there for a -3 on the card. Eagle coming up on hole 7. Going to use a berserker because we want to be aggressive and make sure you've got the best chance of dropping this one. Setting up with a bullseye in the middle of the fairway, topper plus 28 with extra mile level 8. Will be at plus 30 with extra mile 7. Then we adjust max plus 10, power 5. Not going to push up, just going to play it where it is. And we're going with outer wall curl to the left. So an extra mile 6 would work here as well, actually. Perfect ball away. And this will bounce very nicely and roll along the fairway. If you have a berserker, it is going to make the shot easier. You could play it with a power 3 ball, but you would need to go with overpower. Maybe 2 or 3 rings, untested though from me. 373 yards. Second shot, we're going to use landing position plus yards. But first we need to add spin. 4 back spin and 2 left spin, 4 back, 2 left. Add spin first. Then we're going to find our position. Second bounce in the middle of the fringe. And the ball guide pointing at the hole but stopping short. Then we're going to look at the plus yards. Plus 4 here with the sniper level 9. That will be plus 2 with the sniper level 10. I'm going to use sniper 10 numbers regardless though. And I'm playing this one in between mid and max. Plus 0 elevation. So this one is 75% slider, no elevation. Adjusting here, power 5 numbers of course. And then we're just going to take our shot. No curl needed, no overpower, just a perfect ball. And we're going to find a very nice route down to the pin. Bounces on the fairway. Second bounce just after the fringe. And it falls very nicely for an eagle. So berserker, well worth it on hole 7. Hole number 8, going to go with the Goliath and a Kingmaker. And we're going to go with 4.2 backspin. Add spin first. And then we're going to set up with the inner yellow ring touching the beginning of the fringe with this club level. If you don't have Goliath 7, look at the ball guide as well. You want the second bounce to be about a third of the way into that green square and the third bounce on the line between the 2 green square columns. So go back, pause the video there. I'll give you a zoom in so you can really take note of the placements because that is key here. Max plus 15 is the elevation here. Power 3 settings. And then we're going to hit perfect. You might need to tweak the position slightly if you have stronger wind or a different wind angle. Might need a few clicks of curl either side to compensate. But we're falling very nicely there. Something to work from. On hole 8, max plus 15 with the Goliath. Finishing on a very difficult wind angle here. The albatross really needs a paid ball. So this is going to be a free-to-play eagle. We're going to do no move target with the quarterback and a berserker. Then we switch to extra mile. So make sure you enter the hole with a berserker and the quarterback selected. So NMT, then 6 top spin if you've got it with the extra mile or whatever driver gives you distance and top spin. And we're going to go from where we are with the club switch, max plus 10, power 5. Not going to push up because I want a slightly slower needle. With extra mile 7, I think you would have to push up a few yards after adjusting and then go with max overpower again. We want to try and hit perfect if we can. We want to drive distance here, positioning ourselves nicely on the fairway for a second shot. Drive distance of 378. Second shot, you need the big dog or the cataclysm. This is going to be an aggressive shot. It's full overpower, but really we want to try and get on the green for a putt. 2.5 backspin, 2 right spin, stretch out and have the yellow ring touching the rough on the right. The adjustment is max +0. Takes us into overpower, but regardless of what we adjust into, we're going to go full OP and full right curl. Great right, a hefty one, may not be safe here. If you're worried about a great right, set up slightly further to the left. As you can see, a perfect bounce is just before the rough. Backspin grabs, and we're bouncing over the rough and falling back down onto the green, and this will be a makeable putt. It's not overpowered at all, but we've got a nice straight putt there for the eagle. Very tough wind angle on hole number 9. Thank you very much for watching this video for the President's Cup in the game of Golf Clash. Hope you found it useful. Finally, head on over to us on Facebook, search for BK Golf Clash and join our group. Loads of members there. There are some brilliant content creators providing free text guides, links to other channels as well, and some great discussion points, all designed to help you improve your game. So check out all the stuff here on the channel on YouTube, but also on Facebook as well. Thank you for watching and good luck in the President's Cup. Hope you all do well. See you soon. Take care. Bye for now.